Hey guys, Marsegan here, bringing you Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so the live stream reveal has come and gone, and the information that we were shown was certainly very interesting, not something that I think a lot of people would have expected. We are going to be getting the reversible exchange Blue Goku and Vegeta and reversible exchange Rosé, Goku Black and Zamasu, which I think is a big thing that a lot of people did expect. However, when we've been talking about this in the last couple of days, a lot of the speculation has been around, like, you know, which one of the characters will get the active skill where they fuse, similar to the 10th year fusions, which character will get, like, as of when it comes to the reversible exchange, what will the other character's active skill be? Will it be like the Patara break and be a permanent buff, like that kind of thing, right? Now, the information has come out, and it seems like the new units are going to be very similar to the Kale and Caulifla Carnival LR that came out, where both of them do indeed have active skills that are attacks. However, neither of them have the fusion style mechanics similarly to the Goku and Vegeta, or the Vegeta and the Gogeta from the 10th anniversary. So the first card, obviously, reversible exchange, Super Saiyan God Goku plus Super Saiyan Vegeta. Artwork's pretty cool, got the Kamehameha Gallic Gun. Now you can see Vegeta Blue in the background. Then on Vegeta's art, we've got Goku there with the Kamehameha, and there's Trunks in the background. So the interesting thing about these guys is that Goku's active skill is going to have Goku and Vegeta fuse into Vegito to perform a single attack and then just go back to being Goku. And then the Vegeta side of the card, the active skill, he does an attack with Trunks. So I imagine it'll be similar to like the LR Trunks and Vegeta animation, right? And then, of course, just back to being normal Vegeta. So interestingly enough, no fusion. So I've already seen some people going absolutely crazy about this, calling this like the second coming of physical Ulma Gohan, right? Where Beast Gohan was just an active skill attack and that's it. You don't see it anymore after that. Seemingly that is what Vegito Blue is going to be for this card. And of course we also have the reversible exchange Rosé and Zamasu. Rosé's active skill is him doing an attack with Zamasu. I feel like it'll be similar to their Tech LR, like the 18 key, where they both hold up the big like key orbs. And then Zamasu has the active skill where they fuse into Fusion Zamasu for a single attack and then return to being Zamasu again, just like Goku with the Vegito Blue active skill. So both of these cards do indeed fuse into Zamasu, Fusion Zamasu and Vegito Blue, but only as their active skill. So it's an active skill singular attack, similar to the Beast Gohan active skill from Physical Ulma Gohan, and then they return back to the previous state. And just like all the other reversible exchange units, you will only be able to use one of their active skills. So the interesting thing, of course, is they only showed the card art. They showed a very brief bit of the animation that was part of like the Zamasu fusion and the Vegito fusion, but those obviously full animations for the cards, including all the super attacks, will all be shown in the next stream, which is coming up on the 6th. So no information was given about their leader skills, their kit, what like the actual active skills themselves do. Because the interesting thing is, like, I know a lot of people are going to want to see Fusion Zamasu or see Vegito Blue, but it's very much going to depend on what their active skills actually do. Because if you look at like Kale and Caulifla, for example, one of Caulifla's active skill gives a permanent buff to the entire team of the specific category, right, for Universe 6 allies, and the Kale one gives a specific buff to her. So it kind of depends on the situation you're in. That's the one you end up using because of the effect, not really whether you care about the animation of the super attack or not. So the interesting thing for this will be, like, imagine if the active skill effect for the Vegeta, where it's like the Vegeta attacking with Trunks, that active skill has a way more beneficial effect in some of these harder stages, then it means realistically that's the one that you're going to want to use, and so then you're not even going to see Vegito Blue. So I think this is definitely a very interesting decision. I guess on the one hand, you can say, like, if they made every single reversible exchange character a fusion like the 10th year, like characters, maybe it would get a bit samey. I mean, they've already gone down that route with the Kale and Caulifla not fusing into Kefla, which we saw the backlash for that. Multiple people really not happy that there was no Kefla fusion as part of that card. So this feels like a very bold choice. Now, the other interesting thing is I don't think they mentioned specifically, and we won't know until we see the kits and like the leader skills especially, whether these are both going to be Dokkan Fest exclusives or whether one of them is a carnival, which obviously means then part 2 of the celebration will be either 2 carnivals or another Dokkan Fest and a carnival. Now, they showed with the release of Kale and Caulifla that they're perfectly happy to do these units as carnival LRs, and the Kale and Caulifla are very good, so it doesn't necessarily mean that if one of them is a carnival LR or not a Dokkan Fest that they're not going to be very good. But yeah, certainly very interesting, because I think I would say I prefer the Dokkan Fest X Carnival format, because in the old days it was like all the hype was in part 1 and no one really cared about the part 2 banners, whereas not only are Carnival LRs a little bit better, like having a Dokkan Fest in part 2 as well kind of reserves some of that hype, because they're obviously usually on the same sort of level, right? Like we would say Vegeta from the 10th anniversary is better than Gogeta, but not by such a huge amount that there was like no point summoning for part 2 of the celebration, right? So yeah, it's interesting to see what will happen, whether these guys will both be Dokkan Fests, whether one will be Dokkan Fest, one will be Carnival. Let me know what you guys think down below, and what would you like to see for their leader skills, for their kits? What would you like to see their active skills do? It's definitely very interesting, like I say, with the fact them just being a one and done like attack animation. It really is just going to come down to what is the effect of the animation. Because as much as I want to see Fusion Zamasu come out and see that cool animation, if Goku Black's active skill is better for the event that you're doing, then that's the one that you're going to use. So you're not going to end up seeing Fusion Zamasu. So I think this is very interesting. I will say that, like, as long as the cards are good, for me personally, I don't care that they don't fuse, right? Like, I was disappointed with Physical Gohan only having Beast as an active skill, just like everybody else. But I think it was more disappointing that the unit himself wasn't that great. Like, if the unit had been a lot better and the active skill had been a lot stronger, because that was another downside. Like, you got the cool Beast active skill and then it didn't even really hit that hard. You rarely got to see the KO screen. Like, if the card was good, then I feel like I don't really care as much, right? Especially because when it comes to these guys, we already had like the Saiyans Without Limits, right? The fusing Blue Vegito. It's a shame because we still don't have a Goku Black and Zamasu that properly fuse into Fusion Zamasu. So I guess that's something that's now still on the table for the future. But I will say, again, as long as the cards themselves are good, I can't say I really care too much about the fact that they're not proper fusion, like permanent transformations. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Obviously, I know some people will be disappointed that that's how the active skills are going to play out for these guys. So let me know your thoughts. Has that kind of put you off the celebration a little bit? I know some people, surprisingly, a lot of people it seemed like weren't that hyped for Daima. And then when Future got seemingly confirmed as the theme, I saw so many people being disappointed, which I was kind of surprised considering how hype like a lot of people are for Goku Black and Zamasu, Vegito Blue. Like, it's very interesting to see that turnaround. So if you're somebody who was excited by the concept of Future Saga, are you hyped for these guys? Are you disappointed about the lack of a proper fusion, or is it something that you're not really all that bothered about? Like I say, I think the make or break is going to be in how good the cards actually are, and we will find that out on the 6th with the proper live stream. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. But I mean, I think they both look great. The card arts look really cool. The brief snippet of the animation that we saw was really good, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing all the rest of them as well. So let me know your thoughts on the choices for the Global Dokkan Campaign 2025 Part 1 headliners. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.